Welcome back to another episode of the Pioneer Coach Show presented by GoMart. Go for good times, go for GoMart. I'm your host, Sports Information Director Jagger Furr, and with me now is head cross-country coach Dan Meyers. Coach, thanks for being here today.
Jagger, thanks for having me.
All right, Coach, you're at the Swags Louisville Cross-Country Classic over the weekend. Starting out with the women, they finished third in the silver race. Natalie Barr won it with 205 runners, broke her own school record. Katie Hicks, Abby Dixon, and Morgan Ruggles were also in the top 40. Just your thoughts on how the women performed.
Yeah, absolutely. And both teams kind of went into this meet, wanting to run down some hardware. We really wanted to be in the blue race, and it was our first year down at Louisville, and we were seated in the silver race, and our team had a phenomenal mindset and just went out there and attacked the course. And, kind of some of the downfalls was we raced in hotter temperatures in some of the earlier races, but it really didn't affect our group too much. Looking at the women's race, awesome to see. I was telling our staff, and I kind of talked to the girls team afterwards that these were moments that like years ago that you couldn't have imagined. And Natalie led wire to wire, and we got a lot of great publicity during the race. The announcers were talking a lot about Glenville State. So in that realm, in that grand scheme of things, that felt really good. And we had a phenomenal top 5 performances from Jenna. Katie Hicks with a huge PR moving up the all-time list. Abby Dixon and Morgan Ruggles were really, really close. And we had some other racers, that had excellent performances as well. Ella Austin, Laura Kane coming back from injury was huge, getting a race under her belt. Cameron Armstrong with a PR. I mean, just across the board, we're just really, really pleased with our women's performance. And with a K to go, we were actually winning the race. And I know we were holding on for dear life, and those girls pushed every step of the way. And just a really cool experience for the women down there. I was really proud of them.
And on the men's side, they were runner-up out of 33 teams. Nick Pitchford finished 9th. Jackson Mallet was 10th, and Patrick Riley was 12th. Just your thoughts on how the men performed as well.
Yeah, our top 4 spread was within 32 seconds of each other. Caden Davis being our 4, Landon Griffith came in at our 5. Shortly behind him was Luke Barr and Lance. Just a phenomenal race from the guys. Maybe not the times that they wanted, but it was the spread and the competitive, nature that those boys brought to that race. Wanting to be in the blue race, but took advantage of being in the silver race. Got 4 guys in the top 25, which was huge. Jackson Mallet, was one of our few. It was our only guy in the top 5 to actually record a PR, 32-second PR, which was his PR from a week ago. So just in over a year, he's taken off over a minute in the 8K. He was huge for us. And again, like I said about the women, just really, really proud of those guys.
And then I asked you last week how you would value success, and you had a lot of it on Saturday. What do you feel your biggest success was?
Obviously with Natalie, taking home the victory, the announcers, like I said, just giving Glenville State a lot of love. That was a pretty surreal moment. And I think it was just really cool, watching back the YouTube video of her race, just leading wire to wire. But like I just mentioned, Jackson Mallet came up huge for us. Ran as our number 2 guy, huge PR on the day. There's a lot of different things I could take away from that weekend, but I would value the success is just being, really being the mindset of my athletes, not just pouting all week that we weren't in the race that we wanted to. They showed up. They took advantage of the one that we were in. They know every stage of our program is a building block. These were meets that we didn't go to a few years ago. And they captured the moment and did what they could with the race that we were in. And just overall, I would give everyone, just their kudos on how great of a weekend it was.
Now you got Carnegie Mellon on deck. It's a yearly meet for you all now. What do you want to see this weekend before the MC Championships?
Yeah, so usually we actually race in Shinley Park at the Shinley Overlook in Pittsburgh. They're doing some construction on that course this year, so we're actually competing on Robert Morris's home course, a little different area of Pittsburgh. So we haven't seen the course before. Some of our conference schools luckily ran on it earlier in the year. I think we will see Fairmont and West Lib and maybe another conference school this weekend. But honestly, just we're still hitting the workouts hard. We're still training through this meet, and after this meet, we'll kind of come down back to earth a little bit and get the legs ready for the conference meet. But again, just looking for a good tune-up, looking for another big team day, just another building block of what we've been doing over the last 2 years. And the team's ready. They love to compete, and they are loving these back-to-back weekends, just getting the chance to go out there and see what they can do. So we're really looking forward to this weekend, and championship season's here, and we got to take advantage of it.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you coming on in. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Pioneer Coaches Show presented by GoMart. With me, I've head volleyball coach Kiara Perkins. Coach, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Coach, you started off last week with a 3-0 win over Davis and Elkins. It was the first MEC victory of the season. Just your thoughts on how the team performed there and the win there.
Definitely came out the gate, and I think a big part of it too is being home with our own crowd, and it's easier to feed off the energy from that. And like one thing is we've definitely been pushing to keep that same energy going into the second and the third set, which we did pretty well that game, and it definitely showed.
And you went to West Virginia Wesleyan on Friday night. As the team you played earlier in the year, the team you beat, this time wasn't the same result. 3-0 defeat there. They're playing really good volleyball right now. They beat Charleston. It was close there in the first set. They're able to pull away in those final two sets. Just your thoughts on Friday's loss.
Wesleyan, I mean, definitely a good team. We knew from the first time that we played them, it was a tough battle. I mean, going all the way to 5 sets. And I know, like, as the season goes on, teams are getting better. We're getting better and stuff. But, I mean, just Wesleyan's ability to keep pushing every time. And then it just wasn't the best day for us. But looking forward to playing them again.
You got West Virginia State and the University of Charleston on deck this week, both at home. Both two teams that are teetering around 500 this year. You'll have West Virginia State first tonight. What have you seen out of them so far?
I mean, these are both teams that are definitely that we can compete with, and I'm very excited to be able to play today and on Friday. So I'm excited for what our girls have been fighting for, especially like in practice. So looking forward to it.
And then you'll finish out the week with Charleston on Friday at home. But, Coach, we appreciate you coming in. Good luck this week.
Thank you.
This fall, GoMart's got your chance to kick your tailgating game up a notch. Now through the end of October, enter GoMart's Get in the Game contest for your chance to win the ultimate tailgate package. Win a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, a pop-up tent, a portable grill, and a cooler. It's everything you need to pregame for your favorite team. To be entered to win, head to your local GoMart and scan the QR code in-store. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more.
Welcome back to the Pioneer Coaches Show presented by GoMart. With me, I've head women's soccer coach Dodson. Coach, thanks for being here today.
Of course, appreciate being here.
All right, Coach. Starting out the week on Wednesday, it was 4-1 loss, to Frostburg State. You scored there early in the game. They answered back, I think, 2 minutes later. It was tied at half, and they scored 3 second-half goals. Just your thoughts on the loss there.
Discipline, and that's what we talked about this week. And after that game, we have a good team. These girls are resilient, but we've been lacking a little bit of discipline, doing what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. And we've been talking about that since Frostburg game is discipline's more important than motivation. You don't need motivation if you're a disciplined player. And so I think that's where we struggled with Frostburg. We had a really good game plan for Frostburg. We were following it for the first 15 minutes. We score, and for whatever reason, we kind of lost our way.
But you turned around on Sunday at Point Park, one of the leaders in the MEC North Division right now. Beat them 2-0. Both your goals came from your freshman, Solaris Solano. Just your thoughts on the win.
A very good win. We needed that. But we'll talk about discipline again. They showed it in that game. Towards the end, maybe slacked a little bit as they were getting tired. But yesterday was a true team win. I remember after the game, Juliana asking me who I thought did well. I thought the team did well. No standouts, even with Solaris scoring 2 goals. They were team goals. Solaris did her job, and I think she's going to be special the longer the season goes on and her time here at Glenville State. But if we keep playing disciplined and follow the game plan, I think these girls are going to be very well this season.
And you got West Liberty coming up next. They come in 1-8 overall, 0-6 in the league. They have been struggling, but they played West Virginia Wesleyan close on Sunday, just a 2-1 loss. What have you seen out of the Hilltoppers?
To be honest, Jagger, because we've been taking these things one game at a time and fighting through our injuries. I was telling Coach Skiles yesterday, who would have thought, being here with three players out for ACLs, all 3 of them starters. So we've been taking everything one game at a time, coming up with a game, a game plan for each one. So to be honest, haven't looked at West Liberty. I know their coach is good. I know that he'll have them ready for us, so we've got to be up for that game.
You're coming off short rest as well. Had the game at Point Park delayed on Sunday to Monday. And then you'll finish out the week with Fairmont State at home on Sunday. But, Coach, we appreciate you coming in. Good luck this week.
Thank you.